Welcome back everyone, Pride Martial Arts here. Today's video we're going to be going over the step jab. This is something you can practice at home or in the gym. It's a very important tool in your boxing arsenal. The jab is very important. When you add that step in, you're using it to close the distance, to close the gap, and you're adding power to your jab as well. We're going to start off with basic, we'll go over the fundamentals, and then we'll get into some advanced drills that you can do to practice your step jab and to really get the most out of it. This way you see that improvement in your sparring and in your fighting. So first we're just going to shadow box the step jab. Nice and relaxed. We're in our fighting stance. Here's regular jab, step jab. Step jab, we're pushing off the back foot. When we push back, we're pushing off the front foot. You want to load up that back foot. Lift your heel so that you can push off the ball of the foot to deliver that step jab. You're going to be putting a lot more power on it, because you're putting that body weight into it, you're moving into it, and you're closing the gap from your opponent. From the side. When you step jab, you always want to make sure to bring that back foot as well. As I said before, load up the back foot, that way you can push off the ball of the foot. Once I land, I bring the back foot with me. I never want to separate my fighting stance, I don't want to change my fighting stance, I want that same distance between my feet to stay. So when one foot moves, the other foot follows. Both feet move. A very easy punch to add to this is the cross. So you just step jab and throw the 1-2. My right cross moves with my back foot moving forward. Left foot, right foot. So let's go over some of those fundamentals on the step jab. Remember, load up the back foot. You're pushing off the ball of the foot, pushing off the toes. You don't want that heel on the ground. You want the heel elevated. So we're lifting that back heel. That way we can get a good push forward when we deliver that step jab. Another important thing that you need to work on in front of the mirror is making sure that that left hand comes back. As soon as I fire that step jab, left hand comes back. I'm ready to fire another jab. I'm ready to fire an uppercut, a hook, or a cover up, parry, anything. You need to get that hand back after delivering that step jab, because don't forget, when you step jab, you're closing the gap. You're moving in on your opponent and you don't know what's coming next. Another important thing to keep in mind when you're practicing your step jab is keeping that right hand up. So when I throw that step jab, I want to make sure that right hand stays where it was. I don't want to drop it. I don't want to give away that I'm about to throw that right cross. You always want the punch to come from the jaw to the jaw. So you never want to drop that right hand while stepping forward with that jab, because if it's jab for jab, his is going to land definitely. So you want to keep that right hand up, watch your reflection in the mirror, push forward, make sure that right hand stayed where it was. Once you feel comfortable with the basic fundamentals of the step jab, you can mix it in with some combinations, still keeping it basic. We could just stay still, loose on the feet. We could throw a two or three punch combo, and then step jab at the end. So throw any combo you like and try to step jab at the end of that combo. Even if I stay still, throw a 1-2, step jab. 1-2, 1. Now, still keeping it basic, whenever you're throwing your step jab on a solid object, whether it's a century bob or a heavy bag or even on mitts, you always want to watch your distance. So if I'm in my fighting stance here, I know I can reach Bob with my basic jab, just a regular jab. I can reach Bob from here, reach him with the 1-2. The step jab, I want to be a little further back. That way I can step into range. Here I'm out of range, slightly out of range. You don't want to be too far out of range. If I'm too far out of range and I try to leap forward with a step jab, even Bob will see it coming from a mile away. So I want to be just slightly out of range for that step jab. Right where he can't reach me. If he threw a jab, boom, he didn't reach me, he missed. I step in with that step jab to close that gap, to close the distance. Okay, so you want to be just out of range. Here I can't reach him, he can't reach me. That way that step jab becomes very lethal. This way when I throw that step jab, he doesn't see it coming, he doesn't think it's coming, he knows I can't reach him here. He just threw and missed me. Throw that step jab and stick Bob. You always want to keep good snap in your jab. You want it to be a speed punch. You don't want to put too much power on it. You want to be real relaxed on the body. You want to be relaxed on the body because you need to be able to move. You need to be able to react to what he throws as a counter. When I throw my jab, I want a good snap on it. Snapping the hand back, bringing it back to the jaw. When I do the step jab, I'm going to back up just a little bit to where I'm out of range. I'm going to step forward and put that same snap on the punch. Same thing. And back up. Now, once a student is comfortable delivering the step jab, I'll have him add in the cross as well. If he can add in the cross and you feel your balance is still good and you're landing those punches with good technique, then you're ready to move on to more advanced drills off the step jab. That's throwing the 1-2 off the step jab. So you're still stepping with that jab. As that back foot comes, that right hand comes as well. So we're still doing the same move, we're just adding in that right cross. We're stepping, pushing forward with that front foot. When we bring that back foot, the right hand comes. We do it together, that way it moves forward, and we throw that 1-2. Now, the most important thing to keep in mind when you're training your step jab, other than making sure you have good technique and you're bringing the hands back and you're doing all the things you're supposed to be doing, you also have to keep in mind that I'm closing the gap right now. So if I step jab on Bob and do nothing, Bob's going to rip me apart within 2 seconds. So I got to have a plan and I got to be ready to react after I step jab, because I'm closing that gap and I'm moving this fight from the outside to the inside. Okay, now we're in close. We're in for short shots, uppercuts, hooks. We got to be real careful about what we do next. So the best way to prepare yourself for what comes next after we step jab and move to the inside is by drilling all the different scenarios. So we can go full offense, or we can go offense and defense as well. Be ready to slit and hit him with something he doesn't see coming. So if we want to go all offense, we can just add that cross in from the get-go. We'll step jab, throw that cross, and then follow up with a left hook, right uppercut, get low, hook to the body, hook to the head, hook to the body, changing levels and moving my head. You'll notice how much head movement there was just in that combination I did. That was all offense. I wasn't doing any defense, but by moving my head with my offense, I become a defensive fighter as well. Now, an important drill to do for yourself is to step jab and then do nothing for a split second, but be ready to move, be ready to be defensive, and then be ready to counter. I might intend on throwing that same combo I just threw. I might think, all right, I'm going to step jab in, I'm going to throw the 1-2, follow up with a left hook. Let's say I throw that step jab, I try to throw the 1-2, the jab lands, the cross, he slips and misses. Already ruined my combination. After that cross, I was planning on throwing that left hook. That's all out the window now. So all I landed was that step jab. I moved in, I went to throw the cross, he slipped the cross. Now I'm here, he's countering already. So I got to be ready to move, change levels, come at him with something different. So now we're going to step jab forward, we're going to stay still, he's going to throw something at us, we're going to have to cover up and then counter. Okay, so we're initiating, we're stepping in with the jab, he throws the counter, boom, we cover, we throw our counter, we move, throw another punch, he throws, we cover, we counter. So when you're thinking advanced drills on the step jab, you're really thinking moving in for the kill, going all offense, moving forward on that step jab, throwing that step jab, slipping to the left and really digging into the body with that left hook, coming up to the head with that left hook, right uppercut, and really going all out and trying to finish that fight. Or you're trying to create an opportunity. You might not know what you're about to throw next, but you do want to step in and you want to see what opportunities arise. So you want to throw that step jab, boom, slip, see which way he moves. I might come to my right, right uppercut. So you got to drill a lot of different things when working on that advanced step jab. You want to do it in front of the mirror. You want to do it on the heavy bag. You can use the Century Bob. You also want to do it on the mitts because you have a partner holding the mitts for you, and he'll react different ways for you to put you through all those different scenarios. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you add this into your training. Be sure to subscribe to Pride Martial Arts, turn on notifications, a lot more future videos to come.